What is Lil Baby's net worth and how it applies to you? Because I'm not big on pocket watching or talking about somebody else's pocket if it isn't applicable to me. And I hope you adopt that mentality as well. I want you to understand that no need to pay attention to what kind of money another person is earning unless it can benefit you or you can learn from it or partake in the money that they're earning. And that's what we're about to talk about real quick right now. What up? You got Cinco Smith at CincoSmith.com and WealthyRapper.com. And in this brief video, I want to talk about Lil Baby, his net worth that's been circulating. People wondering what his net worth is because they see that he's, doing this thing, dominating as it relates to the year of 2020. Been killing this thing. And I actually, as it relates to artists, for me, it's a vibe that I usually connect with or start attaching myself to certain artists. Because as a rapper, who I feel I spit lyrics that have substance or a message or good wordplay, I tend to gravitate towards that as well. So if it's a rap or it's music and I don't feel like I get value from it, I don't typically attach to it. I can't really find myself listening to it on a regular basis because I want to control my energy. And from a space of music, me knowing the power of the fact that it can be used as a weapon, but at the same time, it can be beneficial, I try to guard what I tune into. And when I started listening to Lil Baby, I started feeling as though he had some young wisdom. And don't ever get it twisted. Don't ever feel like you can't learn from somebody who's younger than you. That can be one of the worst mistakes you ever make. I got twin boys that's 6, and I've been learning from them since they was yay high, since they was even smaller, since they was 2, 3, one. From day one, I've been learning from them. So never feel like you can't learn from someone younger than you because somebody may be watching this video who's older and feel as though you can't connect or adapt or learn something from somebody like a Lil Baby because he's in his mid-20s, I believe, like 26, give or take. But he's doing his thing and he got some young wisdom. And I was able to feel that in some of his music and his messaging to the point where I actually like his music. And, sometimes when we ride, when I do play music, if I'm not turning my car into a mobile university, meaning listening to something that feeds me or educates me. If I listen to music, a lot of times I might tune into some of his stuff because I vibe with it. And he's talking about something and, incorporating some messages within it. So that's that. So that automatically makes him a wealthy rapper in my mindset. Now, as far as his net worth, I was reading an article and they said something about his net worth might be about 5 million, give or take, whatever the case may be. And I honestly feel like, that's a low end number, and you can't really calculate, somebody like that net worth due to the fact that he's gonna be getting royalties for his music for life, and that's gonna trickle down into his future generations. So you can't really put a price tag on that. And I understand that he understands that money is a tool, and you can just tell by how he navigates and how he moves in terms of what he does. But this is what you can learn from it. Of course, he made money from music. Of course, he made money from touring and doing shows. But he also has apparel, which is something that you can do on any level. If you have something that you want to sell, you can definitely do it. I have these I Am shirts, which is a branch off of the affirmation music, the raps that I was doing, where I was talking about, or basically releasing videos and lyrics that's motivational, but also tapping into the power of word usage using affirmations. Well, I am usually leads most affirmations because whatever you put out of after I am can be beneficial or detrimental to you. So you got to make sure you're putting something after you say I am that you want to manifest into reality. So many people talk about and rap about things that if you're not careful, you can be putting a curse on yourself by the words that you're delivering. So when I created this shirt, I wanted to put a blank at the bottom so people can fill in their own blank. I always tell people, don't let anybody fill in your blank. You fill it in. So when you're rocking this shirt, I was talking to one of my customers who bought a shirt. He was like, man, I love wearing this shirt. Every time I wear this shirt, somebody's asking me, so what are you today? And he's putting in something different in his blank. But the key is he's putting it in. Sometimes you might buy a shirt and it says a message that you connect with. And don't get me wrong, I do that as well. But it's totally different when you're able to put in the blank how you feeling that day, what you want to manifest at that time, because every day is different, every week is different, every month is different, every year is different. So you might want to fill in that blank totally different, and this shirt allows you to do that. Why am I saying that? Apparel can be an asset, something that puts you out there and people connect that brand to you. So it's people who might wear this shirt out in public and they automatically think Cinco. They automatically think of Cinco Smith. And if you want one, shameless plug, CincoSmith.com, click to order your shirt and we'll get it shipped out to you as soon as possible. So definitely consider owning your own affirmation t-shirt, manifestation t-shirt is what I like to call it. But that's one of the avenues of which he's made his money. Now, that's something you can be doing as well. So take notes on how he moves and how he operates in terms of that. A lot of times in his music, he also says that he's made more money that he'll probably never spend, meaning that he does a lot of stashing and not necessarily spending. You know, he said on one bar, I'm really a millionaire still in the projects, meaning I'm living like this, but I'm really getting to the money. A lot of people stun, but I'm really getting to the money and I'm living below my means, well below my means. Another thing I heard him say, and I know I'm getting off track of the network, but I want you to understand the principles and the things that he's saying, because that's where the jewels are, not on trying to calculate his net worth. The jewels are in the messaging and the actions that's going into it, because that's what's going to make you a wealthy rapper. Now, in addition to that, he's also bought tons of things for his partners, people who, roll with him, from jewelry to ATVs, just making sure that they looking good, feeling good, because that goes a long way when you give to people who've been riding with you and people who got your best interests at heart, and you making sure they intact. It just helps from an energetic standpoint. Not that that's something he has to do, but energetically, him giving, showing that he has abundance, really brings money back to him just by universal law. You can't escape it. If you're giving, you will receive. That's just the fact of the matter. Whether he understands that or not, he's doing it. And that's a wealthy rapper mentality that I want you to adopt. That's a part of his net worth that you cannot calculate. So that's that. Another thing that I thought was pretty profound that he said in the interview, and I'm like, that dude got some wisdom that people can adapt and adopt and tap into. He said, somebody asked him, about his house. He said, man, I ain't even bought me a house yet. I ain't even bought a house yet. And they was like, what? Because most of the time that's what people do. He said, but my mama, my sister, my kids, my, siblings or whoever, he said, I got them a house. I bought everybody a house except for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about that from a giving standpoint, but also as a taking care of your people standpoint. He said, you bought everybody a house except him. And part of the reason is that he always out and about, so he, most of rent condos and apartments and things of that nature, just kind of in and out, moving around. But a part of it is just making sure you take care of your people, and that's a net worth on another level. So he made sure they were straight, which is an asset that he's been able to buy from a real estate standpoint and make sure that was good, but didn't even buy himself one because he understands it's bigger than him, and he ain't even scratched the surface of what his full potential has in store for him. So that net worth that they threw out there numerically, that's small beans and potatoes in comparison to his mentality and where he's heading. So take notes of the nuggets as it relates to his net worth and the moves that he's making, and see if you can adopt, adapt, and incorporate into what you're doing. Don't just get caught up in the number and say, oh, he's worth this, and you just calculating. Why calculate it if you're not implementing it to see how it can help you calculate and increase your net worth? That's what I'm talking to you about. How can you learn from the information that you're extracting? Too many times we tune into things that don't benefit us, but they could benefit us if we change the way we looked at it. You can watch TV, but if you get a message, now you can do something about it. If I tune into something that took a bit of my time, now I can create some content or a video that can manifest and plant a seed in somebody else's head and bring, riches to me as well. So I'm doing something with the knowledge that I acquire, not just acquiring it just to kill time. Big difference. Hope you catch that. If you haven't already, visit wealthyrapper.com so you can get the free case study where I talk about how artists, rappers alike can create multiple streams of income, even if you never get famous, even if you never get a record deal. I want you to build wealth and become a wealthy rapper, even if you never get to where you think you're trying to go. You might find out that you wind up wealthier than most people. Another thing, I want you to check out this video. Hopefully I'll remember to connect this. So I'm gonna try this out. I want you to check out this video because I feel that if you're in the music industry at all, you need to be investing in this. And this is something that can help the music industry fund your career and line your pockets. So now when people like Lil Baby and other people are putting music into the market and they're making money, you making money as well. Whole nother conversation. I'm gonna go deeper into that when people start, when I actually for those who get into the program, I'm gonna go a little deeper in that. But right now I want to give you that insight. Check that out if you haven't already, so you can benefit when the music industry makes money. That's all I got. Cinco Smith signing out. Salute.